Appreciate it.
How you
What's
feeling?
up, Carl?
I'm feeling great, man. You know, I get to come on air, talk to you guys,
Okay,
chat for a
for
little
sure.
bit. You know.
Appreciate
Carl,
you
that shirt
joining
cannot
us.
block you, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling
Oh,
you,
what you
you
mean?
are in shape, dude.
I was saying he's here to make us feel bad about ourselves post 4th of July.
Check.
Yeah, check.
Ready.
All the weights in the weight room. Check. You did that. Now let's talk about your body though. Last year you suffered a torn ACL. I personally know what that's like. So I have to ask, how's your knee feeling? And is the goal to be out there week 1?
Yeah, the goal is to be out there week 1, and I'm feeling great. You know, thankfully the fact that I can take care of my body, I got a lot of different resources. I can fly to a lot of different places. I can do everything underneath the sun, you know, because I have the money to do it. So
Yeah.
it's been a great rehab process.
We can't wait to see you get back on the field and just sack quarterbacks left and right. But you weren't the only one injured on your squad. I'm sure that affected the psyche of the locker room.
Yeah.
You, Andy Dalton was hurt. A.J. Green was banged
Look at
up.
this.
Look at this list of all these guys. You're even on this. So what can we expect from a healthy Bengals squad in 2019?
I mean, you can expect a lot, but at the same time in this league, that's what separates different teams, is being able to be healthy throughout the season. So I think the main thing is just being able to have that depth and that carryover. So when things do happen, you know, because it's like everybody's like, oh, if we were healthy, if this or that, whatever, you know. Not that many injuries as we had last year, but, you know, I think you can expect a lot from us if we're healthy.
No carryover at head coach. I still can't believe we're talking about the post-Marvin Lewis Bengals. It's been years. When Marv was hired in 2003, Zach Taylor was 20. He was a quarterback at Wake Forest. That's how far he's come. Tell us about this guy, because he is sort of a man of mystery to the national media, 36 years old. Tell us something about your new coach. What's he like?
He's real chill. Of course, you get the good young guy vibe, but the main thing I'm seeing is that he's going ahead and he's establishing a culture immediately. I think that's the main thing that you need to have, especially when you have a new coach step in. And
What's the culture?
Being on time, no complacency, but at the same time, it's not real strict at the same, so it's a good, working environment. You're not underneath somebody's thumb, but at the same time, you respect them, and you get that respect from him back and forth, and it makes you want to work even harder for the guy. So, I can't say enough good things about him,
All right, now let's go back to that rookie year of yours. You had 2.5 sacks against Aaron Rodgers. That's as many as any player up against Aaron Rodgers. And when you're sacking Aaron Rodgers, that's one of the GOATs in the league. So what would you say is the key to getting your hands on really not just a great passer, but one of the most elusive quarterbacks in the league?
Honestly, I think it's easier to sack Aaron Rodgers than most quarterbacks,
Why is that?
He sits there and he pats the ball. But at the same time, sacking him don't mean nothing if you don't do it for 4 quarters. You guys he came back against us. So, I mean, he's an easier quarterback to sack for me personally, because he sits there, he probably gets maybe 8 to 10 yards in the pocket, and he's got a great left tackle in box. So, so he sits there and he waits,
Wow.
getting there. He doesn't, and he gets sacks. He doesn't get flustered. I only saw him get flustered maybe one time when I did sack him, which was the 3.5 sack they took off.
Oh, so you should have
It was Will Jackson didn't get off the field fast enough.
They cheated you. All right, so who's the toughest then?
The toughest to sack?
Yeah.
Those young quarterbacks that offensive coordinators like to protect, like maybe a Trubisky or something like that. The guys that's sit there maybe 5, get the quick reads, get those, those quarterbacks.
Get the ball out of the hands quick.
Yeah, the guys that are not I'm not calling them not a leader or nothing like that, but I'm just saying the guys that kind of have more help in their offense than opposed to
that makes sense.
Yeah. And Tom Brady's but I haven't sacked him and played against him. I just watched.
And he might be the slowest quarterback in the league.
I watched the film and I'm just like, oh, he's getting that out in 1-9, 2-2.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
You don't have a chance to get your hands on it. So during your knee recovery, we have to talk about anime, because this is a phenomenon that I'm not privy to, but NFL players love it. You tweeted rest, stretch, and anime all weekend. Tell me more about your anime interest and what kind of a role it played in pursuing football.
Oh, it was the main contributor.
What?
Come on now. What do you mean?
Because Dragon Ball Z is one of the most popular anime, and that's a mainstream anime. But it's literally just all it is fighting, eating, and training as hard as you possibly can. And that's football, And so, instead of tearing the stuff up in my house, my dad was like, all right, you need to stop watching the show and go play football, go do something. So I'm just I feel like Dragon Ball Z was definitely a main contributor to why I play football. It's a gladiator type mentality on that show, and it's a gladiator type mentality on the field.
Love it.
So.
We got to get into this for a second, because all of us consume pop culture, but I don't think any of us are Dragon Ball fans. Sell us on this show. Why is it different or cooler than the Avengers or Star Wars? What is so cool about this? I want to watch it.
Because, man, it's just like, it's literally one of those things that you literally grow up watching. And, and a lot of anime shows, you literally grow up watching with the character. You're growing up with the character. So maybe you have something like Naruto. I was 12. And now Naruto's grown up now. This is 10 years later. So you can have, and then a lot of different animes, just like the fighting is better than like the Marvel and the DC. The animation is better. The storylines are better. The powers are better.
What's the best power in this thing?
You don't know. And which one? Dragon Ball Z, anime, just whatever. It could be what, it could be.
I don't know what Nataro
It could be anything.
is.
It could be anything. And then it's just like, it's just really cool. And then like anime is just it's hard to explain. You just gotta get into it.
Doesn't it also parallel the NFL journey? Because this is about the character's journey.
Yeah.
And then you have to find yourself. And as you come into the league, you're finding your own superpowers, right?
Yeah, man. It's like anime backstory is probably the most saddest things you ever see, but it teaches you a different type of perseverance, never giving up. That's kind of like the main thing for these characters. They've been through so much, and like you get choked up when you see them, finally have type of victory, as opposed to like Justice League where Superman's just like, I'm Superman, I'm out here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm out here.
Oh, it'd be like the Bengals winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, this dude, I don't want to get too dark, but like maybe one of the main characters lost his whole family, they're treated badly, and then he's got to like sit there and like go through a journey where he gets his powers, he rises to the top of,
That's facts.
And
I love it, Carl.
even though it's Japanese, America loves the underdog, and that's most anime is about, the underdogs.
Let's go.
All right, you talk about perseverance. Quickly, you had the superpower to recover from a ridiculous injury. Your rookie year, it was the fourth quarter against the Browns, fourth down. Dude, what happened?
I'm not even really worried about the teeth. So I'm going against Joe Thomas. I really wish he didn't retire because I love playing against him. Go ahead, get around the edge, get a sack. But I ran into the back. I don't know if either I ran in the back of somebody's helmet or an offensive lineman fell on me. And all you see on the film, just 2 teeth pop out. And I'm like, whoa.
You saw your own teeth flying through the air.
But I wasn't really worried about that. I was worried about because they threw the flag and I'm like, no, it's a sack. And Marvin didn't want to throw the flag to say it wasn't a sack, so I lost a sack. I was pissed, but I couldn't really talk to him because my teeth. I was like, ooh.
Is that it right there?
Yeah, those are my teeth right there.
Now they found your actual teeth.
Yeah, these are my actual teeth.
They put them back in.
Yeah, they just put them back in.
Oh my
Like I said, I wasn't really worried about the teeth. They took away the sack, so that would have been like.
Shout out to the dentist, man. Not all heroes wear capes.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, see, now your origin story is pretty dope, man. Hey.
Origin and the orthodontist. It's
Carl,
incredible,
thanks for being here on the show.
Appreciate you
this
guys.
year.
Good luck, Carl. We're rooting for you.
Good luck this
Ooh,
season.
Aaron Rodgers, look out. Let's say hi to Will Selva. He's in the newsroom in Culver City to give us the headlines while I learn what Naruto?
Naruto.
Naruto.
Yeah,
All right, we'll take it away.
Namaste.
Yeah, all right, well done there, Kay. And Carl, thanks for being on the show. Wow, he is yoked and ready to go for the season, that's for sure. Meanwhile, the quarterback whisperer, Bruce Arians, brought in to try and push Jameis Winston and the Bucs over the top. Tampa Bay not making the playoffs since 2007. In fact, they finished last in the NFC South 8 of the last 10 seasons, but we've